friends, thanks for stopping by my YouTube channel. I really appreciate you being here. So the topic for today is going to be a muscle-centric approach to fat loss. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Feel free to drop a like, leave a comment, share this video with anyone that you think may find it helpful. I really appreciate it and helps me gain a little bit of traction here on YouTube. So let's get right into it. First, I have to apologize. I forgot my tripod and I'm making this video just holding it. So if it seems a little shaky, it is a little shaky. So let's chat. What am I talking about when I say muscle-centric approach to fat loss? So if you work with me right now, or if you've worked with me in the past, you know how I feel about muscle. It's so important. And I think that while some people say they want to gain muscle, by and large, people get a little bit freaked out by the thought of getting bigger, oh, I don't want to look like a bodybuilder. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's not for everyone. We just think if we're gaining muscle, we're getting bigger, or just if we're using the scale to weigh ourselves and we see that number going up, it's oh my God, it can feel discouraging. And so when you're chasing oh, I want my clothes to feel looser, or I want just to feel smaller, the last thing you really want to hear from your nutrition coach is well, you need to gain some muscle. So I get it. I understand that can feel not the direction that you want to go in. I think a couple things to cover. First of all, gaining muscle is very hard. It takes time and consistency, years even, if we're doing it naturally and we're just using nutrition, sleep, stress management, and hypertrophy, exercise, progressive overload, trying to just gain muscle. It's hard, it takes time. So it's not as easy as you think. It's not going to happen just because you start doing some squats. It's really doesn't work that way. So one of the benefits, let's talk about the benefits of taking this approach. First of all, the idea is that, first of all, mindset. Using a muscle-centric approach is just so much easier on your brain. You feel mentally and emotionally better. You're not constantly obsessing over, getting smaller, losing fat. Are my clothes getting looser? I'm not just constantly chasing a lower number on the scale. It can be exhausting. But when we start thinking about building our plates appropriately, or if you are tracking macros, to get some tissue on our body to help us recover from workouts. We're making decisions I'm going to bed earlier. You know what, I'm not gonna drink as much. These things, I'm gonna do them because I wanna have a great workout tomorrow. And I know that if I wanna chase gaining muscle, that I can't do the things that are gonna hold me back from putting that tissue on my body. So all of a sudden, your mindset kind of shifts. You're making these decisions because, oh, it's good for me and I wanna take care of myself, and I'm chasing that strength, I'm chasing that tissue. It sort of makes it a more positive, expansive experience, and you sort of approach things a little bit differently. It feels more sustainable. And the thing is all of the things that you need to do to gain muscle, many of them overlap with the things that you need to do to lose fat. The other thing, of course, is just the physiological effect of putting muscle on your body. Yeah, it does help with fat loss. Having more muscle on your body is expensive. Your body, it improves your metabolism, right? So we end up gaining muscle and being able to burn off more calories. Now that process is that's a long-term investment. That, again, that's not happening overnight. Gaining a couple pounds of muscle doesn't mean, oh, you require 500 extra calories. I wish it worked like that, but it doesn't. But it does. There are some just positive physiological effects, again, to putting that muscle on. In terms of composition, people often talk about wanting to look toned. Sometimes just gaining a few pounds of muscle is and maybe it's not, you don't have to lose as much fat as you thought you did, because all of a sudden you kind of like the way your body is shaped. I have some shoulders. I like the way my legs are looking, and it's the shape that you're after might come from gaining muscle instead of obsessing over losing fat. So it's something that I really like to focus on with clients. I certainly take that approach myself. It takes a bit of practice, and you've got to work at it, and you've got to accept that some changes maybe if you've never used that approach, if you've always just chased that, got to lose that 5-10 pounds. But the thing is, people are constantly chasing that 5-10-20 pounds. And so if we can take an approach maybe that's a bit different, you know, it might work for you. The whole saying, if you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always got. Maybe a muscle-centric approach is what you need to use to help you lose the fat that you're trying to lose. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to drop them into the comments. Let me know, leave a heart. Like I said, share this video with anyone that you think may find it helpful. Thanks, guys.